And welcome back to Quests and Chaos. We are in the final chapter, or the final portion of the chapter Talkworth's Clockworks, and it might be more final than we thought, based on how deadly this encounter is appearing. Our operatives have finally made it into the workshop, where they can attempt to deactivate the failsafe, or activate the failsafe to deactivate the evil automatons that have invaded Little Lockford. However, the evil Tixie Talkworth, who turned the automatons on her own gnomish people, has now appeared to defend her choice and her workshop. And so far she has had 2 turns and she has taken somebody down on each of them. So things are not looking hot for our folks. Right before the break, she took Stuart Shummery down with 3 swings of her short sword arm. That is the arm that she has connected to a short sword. And it has now brought us to Devon's turn.
Before Devon goes, Stuart is very happy that the player running Stuart upped their con when they leveled up.
We did, in fact, we did, in fact, think that was a true death for a hot second until we did some math. Also, I will say before you take this turn that we did receive 1,000 bits from the Baroness to try to prevent this from being a TPK. Shockingly, no. Usually the Baroness is very benevolent to me, but I think in this instance they are rightfully given.
She recognizes that she's on the other side of that window and there's 5 of us.
Yeah, the weird threatening motions that they were making at her for the entire break were a little unsettling, not gonna lie. Wonderful. Anyway, thank you for those.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, that is Devon's turn.
He's gonna not poop himself, and he is
proud of
going
him.
to do everything he can to try and pull back the memory of being able to tap into the astral sea.
Okay. You reach back and you maybe for a moment just close your eyes, whatever it is, and you try to remember that time that you spent in the astral sea with the travelers. And magic was just so easy out there. It just came almost naturally, like you had always done it. You know you didn't always, but it felt like it. And you reach back in. What spell are you trying to cast?
Shield of Faith.
Shield of Faith. You pull back, and you even remember doing this on the material plane a few months ago.
When I had the connection.
You had that connection. You had that connection to Hyacinth. You had that connection to the astral planes. And as you think so hard and you just try to do it, everyone who's conscious in the room sees this flicker and this glimmer of starlight suddenly appear and envelop Devon. Like a little personal galaxy just swirling around him. You also see
Some of these stars aren't working right.
a weird flicker. A weird flicker behind Devon as suddenly a creature just appears, hovering over his shoulder. It kind of looks like a jellyfish, and it looks incredibly confused, like it's not supposed to be here.
Whisper.
If it's a flump, I'm gonna die.
Sloan, would you have encountered a flump? Or any idea? Would Sloan have any idea what that is?
No, but Cal knows what that
yeah.
is and loves them to death.
Yeah, pretty much what you see is in the midst of these stars that are swirling around Devon, you also see this little it kind of looks like a jellyfish, but with about 18 little tentacles. It's kind of the same colors as a galaxy would be, sort of this like swirly, and it just is looking around with these little like eye stalk eyes, just real confused.
What color is it?
It's sort of like a deep blue with like this like streak of like kind of magenta pink that sort of like washes through. Like every time the stars swirl, it sort of like swirls with it, and it's just like hovering over your shoulder, Devon, just looking very startled.
Like if I don't even notice it, I'm like, I did it with no side effects.
Cool. So that's we're just
You're not seeing things.
Yeah,
cool.
We're just gonna put that.
I was just unconscious a second ago.
That's the flump that has been summoned.
Okay, and then I will sacred flame this horrible little gnome.
Great. That's a dex on my part.
Yeah, dex 14.
Flapjack.
Passes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Unfortunately. Sorry, I have to put the flump in turn order now.
Does it make any sense? I have no idea what this is.
It's a little jellyfish creature. You actually hear in your head, Devon. You just hear, I don't think I'm supposed to be here. Do you know what's going on?
Oh no! Get out of here! She'll kill you! She'll kill you!
I'm sorry. Who's going to kill who? And that brings us to Risha's turn.
I'm so sorry. What have I done to you?
I could have made something really terrible happen. This is significantly funnier.
I'm gonna look at the situation and then I'm gonna turn back to the safe and pull it the rest of the way open to see if I can find this goddamn key!
Jesus Christ.
It's probably a good idea.
She loses all her powers when you.
Sorry, I'm trying to confirm.
A line of lightning comes out from.
Inside the safe, you whip the door of the safe open and you glance in and you see that there is a jewelry box in there studded with black stones, black gemstones.
Does it look locked?
Smashy, smashy.
So emo.
No.
Okay. I want to open it and see if the key's in there.
You open it, and inside you see a ring with some sort of clear gem in it. You see 3 purple gems, and you see a key. It's a big ol' honkin' key with like a bunch of gears and clockworks on.
Does it look like it fits the keyhole downstairs?
I mean, it's like the keyhole downstairs is massive. It is not like gnomish size lock. It is like a giant size lock in a gnomish house, and this is also massive. So you're pretty sure this is probably.
That's the engagement ring from her secret lover.
Secret lover.
I forgot about the secret lover plotline you tried to force on me in the first episode. Oh, Lordy.
Oh, bring it up to embarrass her, and then we'll have advantage on her rolls.
Yeah.
Is it too big for me to carry easily?
No, it's a ring.
No,
Not
no,
that.
no. It's you can pick. It's just one of the like. It's. I don't even have a good thing. Like it's like having to like
Okay.
Like it's just it looks absurd. It's not like a house key. It's like a big old
It's
like.
like
I
the
have the
scissors
key.
used to open up.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, it is like this massive. It's very much a like, hey guys, we're opening the failsafe. Ka-chunk.
You got
Okay.
the key to the city.
Yeah, but you can in fact carry it. Yeah, like it's not heavy. It would have been. So, I should have just put like a gravity spell on it just to mess with everybody.
Oh, a rod of
Immovable
what is it?
rod.
Yeah, immovable rod.
A rod shoved in like caught in the safe.
Yeah, it's like you got to be kidding me.
Set the immovable rod on the key. Everyone's like, yeah, we're gonna die.
I'm going to pick up the key, and I am going to use a key point to give myself the disengage action, or the disengage action as a bonus action.
Okay.
And I'm going to run across the top of I'm going to run across this attic, like sliding through things, jumping
Yeah.
over Stuart's body if needed.
Okay. I'm going to say that the opening, grabbing, I'm going to count that as your action. So
Okay.
I'll let you bonus action the disengage and then take your base
My movement. Okay.
Which I know is still bananas.
It's
'cause
forwarding.
you're a monk. And a monkey.
That helps.
A monkey.
That's
So
why
I
it's
will say,
bananas.
if you're
I'm
gonna,
amazed that it took someone this long to make that
I've
connection.
been resisting forever.
No, that was.
I am going to say, so this, from where you are, this is 30 feet. So I'm going to say you can land at the bottom of the ladder. Like, if you want to get fully downstairs, you can land at the bottom of the ladder with your movement.
I actually want to to jump from the top of the ladder and glide down at the keyhole, because I can, when I fall at least 10 feet, I can use my reaction to glide a number of feet equal to my walking speed as a Hidozi. So if the ladder's like 12 to 20 feet tall.
You should only allow it if she makes a whoop 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 sound as she goes.
I'm deciding how broken this is, because the language of that is that it is from a fall, and you're forcing the fall, and I'm trying to be even-handed because I want you to be able to do cool things.
Sure.
But I also
What if your
want to
pigtails swirl around?
Like the idea is basically like get to the top of the ladder, come down like a rung, and jump and glide the as far as I can. And my jump is doubled for the distance because I'm using Step of the Wind. I don't know if that makes a difference.
Yes, it does. This is a how much am I going to allow you to do, given that I have eaten your action and you are still somehow taking 9 actions in your turn, but I also, but you have key points and stuff, so I want to. 30, you're, okay. I'm going to let you have the full movement of your glide. I am going to make you roll for how well you are able to aim yourself for whether you land right at the keyhole, overshoot, or fall short. How's that?
That is perfectly fair. Is
So-
that a dex saving throw, or what do you want that to be?
We're gonna do it as a range. You're gonna roll a flat d20. 20 to 15, you can land exactly where you want to land. 15 to 5, you're going to overshoot to a corner, and it's going to use that full 40 feet. So you're going to move 40 feet.
Okay.
And 5 to 1, you
Crash.
You fall.
Sounds fair.
You won't take any damage, but you will just be at
That is a nat 20.
Jesus. All right, where do you want to land?
I want to land exactly on top of the keyhole,
Great.
holding the key in one of my back paws, just like.
Cool. Great. There you are.
And that's my turn.
That's your turn.
Very nice.
So if everyone can survive the round, we can at least deactivate everything mechanical. That brings us to Sloan.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm suddenly I have to go look up a bunch of rules about the failsafe in a second here to figure out what that actually does or doesn't do.
Because my hope is that it might deactivate something that she has.
Is taking a potion of healing out of the briefcase of holding a bonus action?
I will allow you to pull it out as you will not be able to pull it out and drink it as the bonus action. Pulling it out can be the bonus, and then you can chug or feed as your action.
Okay, great.
If that seems fair to you.
That's totally fair. I'm going to Sloan is feeling super disoriented by this lady with the thing in the chest, and it's just oh god. Okay, pulling out I'm not looking, okay, here we go, and okay, Stuart, and then open the mouth and then pour it in. So that's 2d4 plus 2 hit points. Do you want me to roll it? Or
You can
Just
roll.
blasting shit out of her chest.
I'm not
Sloan
looking,
is
I'm not looking.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6 hit points.
Literally right next to her.
There's not a lot of space to move here. It's 10 feet wide.
I'm focusing. Okay, and you're up. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going? That's crazy, right? That's wild.
Holy shit!
That is the correct reaction.
Almost take part 2.
And none of them were me.
I have so much control.
I love it.
Mood.
God.
That's what I've been saying for 4 years.
And then I'm gonna close the briefcase and just look
Hold it up in front of
at Tixie and be like, oh god.
Yeah,
that's it.
I wanted to find a size appropriate mini, and I do technically have some gnomes back here, but I also wanted it to be very clearly visible which one was
And also
her,
very
so.
intimidating, so that works.
You pulled that out, and there was
There was
Good
a
communication. There was trouble.
yeah, there was a visceral level of oh no, I don't like that.
Oh, that's not an
Just what
NPC.
I want. Like, oh, she's beefy. Great. Cool. 2 excellent turns. Which brings us now to Gemma.
Yeah, we're gonna shift hex over, so that is Dex on that hex.
Dex on the hex.
You don't have to roll anything now.
No,
It's
that's-
just a
yeah.
Dex.
Sometimes I just need the visceral reminder of
And then we're gonna blast, and we are. It's so it's a 12.
You would have to roll a 5 or a
I have to roll
6.
5 or a 6.
Is it worth it? I think it's worth it.
You're telling me there's a chance?
Sure.
There's a 1 in 3 chance.
Okay.
You can do it. You can do it.
It's a 6.
Why am I cheering? I don't know. It's just exciting when you roll
Okay,
that.
so that's gonna be 10 damage.
Ooh.
from back
damage.
here.
Okay.
Andama.
Right
Like,
there
oh my
is
God.
the
And then I wanna-
Baroness and Dufley coming in.
Yes.
And I'm just gonna like
Our
peek
noble
in the jewelry
patrons.
box and think about it.
You can see. Yeah, you're right there. You
Yeah.
glance at the jewelry box. You can automatically tell that thing is set with onyxes and is worth about 250 GP. And you can also see that the ring in there is set with zircon. It's about 60 GP, and the 3 gems are amethysts and are worth about 100 each.
Okay.
You just get that. You just,
know.
just like get that kind of information.
Oh, so it was
I-
a cheap engagement
Yeah.
ring, and that's what set it off.
Connect with
The
Sloan
cubic,
across
the cubic zirconia works on people who don't know the difference between that and diamonds.
I just feel the warm glow of Gemma's thoughts about gems.
Speaking of warm glow, I should have done this on your turn, and I apologize because I'm going out of order. Sloan,
Yeah.
please roll me a d20. Just tell me what you get.
I'm afraid. 11.
11. You do not get a warm glow. This entire situation is horrific. But what you do get is just the like tiniest little tickle kind of in the back of your brain, and just the faintest, almost like a little staticky like, Dad?
Oh, okay. Stay away, baby. Don't come in here right now, okay? Okay.
It's real bad.
As you kind of reconnect, you basically kind of sense that wherever Theo may be, they are back within a much closer range than they previously were when you just got the like everything's fine from that other voice that was not Theo.
Okay.
This is totally normal. I love it when everybody has weird telepathy BS. That will bring us actually to the top of the order. Stuart, you are now up. You're not feeling great, but you are technically up.
At the beginning of my turn, does anything happen? From the regeneration potion.
Another
Yes.
jellyfish appears.
I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say that because you did not get to a full death save, I'm gonna let it re-up. So roll that HP,
Ooh, boy.
especially since you're all standing right
All
there.
right.
like-
I feel. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Look, we're all just crowded around this.
Sword arms.
I'm going to.
I think it's sword arm and chainsaw arm, really, but.
It's technically it's chain sword arm and shield arm, and also she's fuzzy for some reason, like
Is-
she's glitching.
Is Hex a bonus action?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna activate the ring and hex her dex.
Double
I
hex.
forgot how well you loaded this
Oh, she
ring.
already
You
has
She already
Dex.
has
Oh,
Dex
okay,
for
never mind.
Dex.
But you can
Con,
use, you
But
can do a
can hex her
different
for
save.
something else.
can hex her for a different stat.
Yeah, do con.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
For
Does
no
anyone have
reason.
con?
What does
I'm
it give me
checking.
other than that?
It ups your damage, I believe.
Yeah, you get an extra d6.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's still worth doing.
Now make sure to hit her.
there's that.
18 plus 6, 24.
I forgot that I have that.
24 to hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
With just so many dice.
So many dice. 4, 8. I shouldn't have done it that way. 17 plus 3, 20 points of piercing damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, her ire. You've invoked it again.
And I was aiming for that thing in her chest, but probably,
Just like cut
I
some
don't,
of the skin
I don't
around.
want to make it a called shot, but I was like, flavor going for that.
To be fair, that is actually a thing that I want to start instating in my D&D games. Is I
Called
want to
shots?
start doing called shots with certain like penalty levels. Deadlands has a great system for it.
So does Delta Green, I love it.
Cthulhu and Delta Green. Like, I really want to start using that because I think it is such a fun mechanic. We can talk about this in the After Dark if you guys survive that long. Which is a question.
Big if.
Cool. You're aiming for that sort of thing in your chest, and you you're using a rapier, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So again, rapier is pointy. There's metal, so it kind of deflects a little bit. You definitely still get it, but what you do see is that as you sort of land and really kind of sink this shot, you see that kind of almost like fuzz goes away as you land this shot, and when it kind of tinks it, it sort of skitters across the sort of metal into one of the more fleshy parts of her actual shoulder, and you do start to see her bleed a little bit. Take that for what you will.
So she
Narrative
hasn't
interest
replaced
to
it with
try-
oil.
Hint at things.
I want a temporary hit point field.
Or a temporary shield field.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Great. That is now her turn. You see this light pulse, that blur returns. I'm just double checking to make sure that I am actually doing this correctly, because contrary to popular belief, sometimes I try to actually read what the module says and not just pull it out of my butt.
Boring.
Cool. She's upset, and I'm gonna say that she's very frustrated with the fact that she has downed 2 of you and it has not stuck, and you just hear her be like, Puts, this isn't how it's supposed to work. This isn't how it's supposed to go. All right. I guess we're gonna try something else then. And she's gonna swing, but I'm gonna have her spread the targets. There's 3 people in range. She's gonna take a swing on each of you. We're just gonna go in order from what I can see. Sloan, you were gonna take. We decided
We talked about it on the break.
we talked about it on the break. I'm going to roll damage now. Because I've just been using average, and we decided rolling gives everybody slightly different chances. So, God, I am gonna need more D6s.
I don't like hearing that.
It's because I'm using my D6s to represent something else to keep track of things, and so I can't roll them without disrupting my
Ah, okay.
Disrupting the
Nothing's
plan.
happening in
Oh
the
my
background.
God.
It's
The
fine.
plans.
I mean, you do have your 12 temp, so.
I wanted to survive, so I used the second level.
Okay, that's gonna be 20 damage to Sloan.
Cool.
You're hanging in there.
I
Yay.
was gonna say, I have so many things that have landed at my feet.
Everything's good.
I'm fine.
That's
Yeah.
more than average.
That, I was gonna say, that was more than average.
I'm totally fine.
Here, I haven't rolled my Birds of Paradise this entire game. We'll pull out a bird.
Is that what a bird of paradise sounds like?
No, I was doing a crow, and I was trying to do it quietly.
Next,
There's no
next
such
swing
thing.
will be at Stuart
It's
and
okay.
is going to miss. Congratulations. Boy howdy. And the last swing is going to be at Devon. Does an 18 hit you?
No.
Because you have Shield of Faith up.
Does that have
Yeah.
shield of faith up?
Yeah.
So I had to check because I was like,
Does it hit the flump?
she'll hit her attack. So then she gets to the flump and is raising to make her next attack, but she doesn't get to.
Get down,
Cool.
little buddy.
That's her turn. Now it is the flump's turn.
Take
The
cover.
Flump, is very concerned. What is the flump gonna do?
Has the flump changed colors yet? How is it feeling?
She'll only be
the flump is
satisfied when
now
we're all
full
dead.
blush pink. And looks again incredibly startled. Devon and Tixie are both going to need to make Dex saving throws.
I refuse
I'm
politely.
glad she's at disadvantage for that.
Oh, that's
She's
right.
at disadvantage. Oh, wow. Now she rolls bad.
Good.
Yay, good job,
on.
Flump. And the Flump defeats her.
I love
you
that
do
for
this,
this Flump, honestly.
You guys are not going to like this is the problem. This is going to actually be very problematic.
Can I
for
use
everybody.
inspiration? I have
did you
I have a
roll?
13, and I feel like a 13 is just slightly
Yeah.
low.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna roll a 1 because
No, roll
I'm
a
due.
6. Roll a
I
6.
can't help it.
Why did you
14.
say it?
I just knew that it was.
His
That's
dice
what the
are
dice
cursed.
do. Yeah, they're cursed. I
Okay.
wouldn't roll them if they weren't cursed.
So that was a
'cause
14
you-
total?
Yes.
You see the Flump has turned blush pink and suddenly just goes like, "Ah!" And like an octopus inking, you just see this like cloud of horrible smelling something just erupt from it and basically like shoots just past Devon, who did pass, and hits Tixie. So here's the fun thing that is actually not fun.
Oh, all in her mouth. Oh.
Here's the thing. So what this is the stench spray. A creature that fails the dex save gets coated in this, and they are poisoned for the length of the stench, which is 1d4 hours. She is poisoned for the next 4 hours. Unfortunately, everyone who is within 5 feet of her also is under the poisoned condition while they remain within 5 feet of her.
Oh, jeez.
And very unfortunately, she might be immune to poison, and I'm gonna go double check because everything else in this module is immune to poison, so I'm double checking right now. She is not. Congratulations, you all suffer together. But unfortunately, that means that anyone who remains within 5 feet of her is also going to be under the poisoned condition.
This is gonna be like hot potato.
So everybody who is adjacent to her has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Yeah.
Congratulations. We'll talk more about this in the After Dark just a little bit. This is a homebrew mechanic that we have created for Devon specifically because of the way his magic works. And unfortunately, everyone is finding out in the worst possible way how it affects
Thank you,
the
man.
whole party.
The best possible way?
Some of you guys are excited about getting traumatized.
I have
No, it's
literally,
fascinating.
I have always wanted to use a flump or have a flump be used in a game. You have no idea how happy I am.
So let's get you into a Spelljammer game, is what I'm hearing.
Flumps.
All I want in life.
Right. Okay, anyway, so that's the Flump's turn, as it just like kind of like panic stench inks the thing and just like tries to hide in the starfield of Devon's.
Oh, baby!
I want Tixie to be like, my heightened olfactory sensors, no!
Tixie just goes, what Boots? What is this? What is this supposed to be? Where did the thing even come from?
I think it's Poots.
Is it Poots or Boots?
Poots.
Okay.
P-O-O-T-S.
It was what we heard.
Nope, you heard me correctly. Unfortunately, this is in the module. This is not my choice. Devon, it is your turn with Risha on deck.
I will bonus action disengage and move 5 feet back. Oh,
You're just going, nope.
and Sacred Flame.
Okay. So much disadvantage. Yeah, nope. This is the most effective sacred
She only
flame
takes-
ever been.
Well, she only takes 4 damage, so
That's
Still.
yeah.
more than she was taking. So.
Does the does that affect her shield at all, or whatever that field is?
You see as she gets hit that the fuzz lessens a little bit.
Okay.
For lack of a better way to describe whatever this BS is.
Fuzz lesson.
Anything else in your turn?
I don't gag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I gag.
It's, I mean, it smells real bad in here. It's very close quarters. This is highly unpleasant. You're also very used to this. I mean, you used to live in a dumpster, so like this is a little.
Look at this! No, and I get into the bag quickly, purify it quickly. This is
Yeah.
This is a different taste in my mouth.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not pleasant. Risha, you have no knowledge of any of this horribleness because you are just standing in like superhero landing pose, 1 foot up in the air with this key, just like, oh, that worked.
Oh my god, that worked. How did that work? Oh. And then pull the key forward into my hand and with both hands jam it into the keyhole and twist.
You jam the key into the keyhole and twist, and you all hear just the like, and the chunk. It sounds like, you know, big power station breakers like flipping and chunk like from the distant corners of everything. The lights sort of like flicker for a moment, and you see Tixie just sort of like looks up and around. What? No, what? How? And like looks over and sees now like. This has all happened so quickly, right? Like, looks, sees the open safe, sees the open jewelry box. Like, no, wait, how dare you? How dare you? And starts raising her arm again, getting prepped for her next attack, which will not be till her turn, which is going to be a hot minute. Risha, would you like to do anything else in your turn? We'll say that's your action.
That seems very fair as my action. I want to jump as far as I can to get off of this thing without landing on the circle.
It's dispelled.
It's dispelled.
I'm not. I trust nothing in this place.
Yeah, you can. Do you want to be able to head back up?
Yes.
Okay. So.
So my movement is 40.
Yeah.
I mean, want to. I don't know if that's the right.
5, 6, 7. Yeah, you can be in any of these 3 squares.
I'll stay close to the ladder while I evaluate what the hell was going on with all that thumping upstairs.
You pop up and you are immediately slammed in the face with the most horrible smell that you can imagine. It is not great. But you know what is great is the sounds of everything outside deactivating and collapsing, and also the sound of the raid that we just got from the lollygaggers. Thank you so much.
Lollygaggers, welcome.
It's about time.
Yeah, no.
Are you lollygagging?
Yeah, it was a little bit delayed, but it's worth it. They're in the middle of what might be an incredibly deadly fight. We've already had 2 players go down in like very quick succession. Currently everyone's up, but we'll see how
The
long it
HP
lasts.
total has diminished noticeably.
Yeah,
But we
there's
have
been
a flump.
We do have a flump.
We do have a flump.
We do have a very scared flump hanging out.
Poor baby. And I just deactivated all the automatons, in theory.
You know what? My rule is that when we get a raid, something happens. I'm going to, so I will present this to the table. I'm going to let you guys have this as a choice. Normally I would have like, you know, a group of like college students roll through or something. That doesn't work in this module.
The ghosts have finally made it.
You have 2 allies out there. You have Theo and you have Hyacinth, who you left behind. Would you like one of them to arrive?
Hyacinth. I love Theo, but Hyacinth is going to be the most effective if we can get him.
Will
Eat her for us, please.
They will not enter initiative until like the next round. But would you like Hyacinth? I mean, or Theo, but would you like Hyacinth to show up to assist?
I mean, my vote is Hyacinth, but I'm only 1 vote.
Yeah, I would not. I vote against Theo. I don't want Theo to get
That too. We don't want him
smushed
to
by
get chomped up.
something. Yeah.
I vote for another one of those golems.
On our
To fight
side?
us. No, to fight us.
Actually, you do have a third option. Priscilla could show up.
Oh.
She is technically within range to be able to arrive.
That's terrifying.
bunny or
Let's bring a rabbit. Let's bring a rabbit.
Another rabbit?
Let's bring the scary murder rabbit in.
scary murder rabbit?
Great. Scary murder rabbit it is. On the next, when we get to the end of the round, I will roll in and Hyacinth will arrive to assist in whatever ways you see fit or he decides are necessary, depending on the situation by the end of the round.
But that is the end of my turn. I do not intend to get any closer at the moment, although I will like open up a satchel where I have darts.
Yeah, just like, okay.
It stinks up here.
It stinks real bad.
It's not great up here, truly. This is pretty rough. That's gonna bring us to Sloan.
Okay. Having witnessed the shiny thing in the middle of her chest, she is wearing metal armor, correct?
She is embedded with metal armor.
Okay.
Like
that
it
is
is
worse.
It is merged to her body.
Okay. I'm gonna...
Sorry.
No, it's
I
great.
should have put a Funnily enough, this one doesn't have a body horror warning.
It
probably
should.
I apologize. That's on me.
Because the way it's described is cyborg on crack.
It's
I'm gonna look at Tixie and I'm gonna say, it doesn't have to be like this.
like what? Like what? Everything was fine. Everything's perfectly fine. What are you all doing here?
He secretly loves you, you know.
What?
What's his name?
And
What's his name? Goblin boss,
Ignis?
bugbear.
Ignis.
Yeah.
Ignis. It's Ignis.
You can still live happily ever after with him.
Oh my God!
What the actual fuck are you talking about? I try not to swear in
And
front of strangers,
I'm
but
going to
what?
try to use Shocking Grasp, and I am going to aim. I'm going to try to like get my hand on that gem on her chest.
Okay.
So, make a melee spell attack against the target. You have an advantage on the attack roll if the target is wearing armor made of metal. I'm
Which
at
counters your
disadvantage
disadvantage,
because
so
I'm
flat
poisoned,
roll.
so it's a flat roll.
Okay.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is
think
it? No, I don't think so. That's a 17.
Will a
17 is on the nose.
17 is it.
Oh yeah, okay.
I've already
so-
declared this over.
Because she and I are twinsies.
Got it. That's right. Okay, so
Sisters, not twins.
oh, oops. That would have been nice, but okay, 4 points of lightning damage,
Aren't you 5th level?
but I'm casting it at. It's a cantrip, right?
Yeah, but
At
you're
5th level, you get an auto upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool.
Please do more damage.
Yes,
Um,
please.
9 points of lightning damage, and she can't take reactions until the start of her next turn.
Thanks, I hate it.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
This attic is so crowded.
And
Yeah.
then I'm actually going to. Do I want to move? No, I'm just gonna stay there.
She
I
can't
was
take.
gonna move.
She can't take reaction. She
Oh,
can't
fuck.
get you.
You
Yeah,
take
that's
the poison
true.
damage if you're hanging out there.
Do I take? Do we?
Right?
It's
Is
No,
that-
It's
poison
just damage.
condition.
It's a condition.
It's not damage.
Oh, it's not
it's
damage?
you're under. You have the disadvantage as long as you're within 5 feet of her for the
Ah.
duration. She is the one who is poisoned for the duration of the time that she is poisoned, which is 4 hours. If you are within 5 feet of her, you are also under that condition.
Right.
If you step out of it, that clears for
Okay.
you. She is the only one who is actually like stuck with it.
Great. Then I am going to step out. If I can get out of range of her, I will do that. But I don't think I can.
You can stand. You can basically stand on the trapdoor.
Okay.
And that'll be out of range. You can be like, equivalently, I'm picturing this as you guys have kept the trapdoor open to be able to move in and out. So you can essentially go like stand like on the top
ladder?
rung of the ladder.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Cool. Yeah. And she
Yeah,
doesn't
that
have
tracks.
reactions, so she looks like she wants to swing at you, but just there's a lot happening and she can't.
I like
Yeah,
that
that's
everyone went to rush around her and then just everyone was
Nope.
like, oh!
And that's my turn.
Okay. Gemma, you are not poisoned. You're just suffering the experience of being here.
I mean, mood though.
I really am. I need a wisdom save. I don't know that this is gonna work, but it might.
She is not wise, as
That makes
probably could
sense.
have been guessed by all of her actions
Intelligent, not
thus
wise.
far. Cool. With her negative modifier, that's gonna be a hot 7.
Great. I want to lock eyes with her and just say, "Stop fighting," and cast suggestion.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay. Read me suggestion again, just so I remember all of the rules on it.
You
Yeah.
suggest.
It doesn't have to be the whole
suggest
thing.
a
You can-
course of activity limited to a sentence or two and magically influence a creature you can see within range that can hear and understand you.
Right.
Creatures
Can't-
that can't be charmed are immune to this effect. The suggestion must be worded in such a manner as to make the course of action sound reasonable. Asking the creature to stab itself, throw itself onto a spear, immolate itself, or do other obviously harmful act ends the spell.
Okay. You look her dead in the eyes. and just say, stop. And she, she's got her like sword arm up ready to swing down the next thing, and she just looks at you, lowers her arm. What are you doing here? Why are you even here?
We're here to help.
Help with what? Help with what? I'm doing perfectly fine. I am doing my work. And she sort of gestures to herself. It's weird because one arm is a sword and one arm is a shield, but she sort of like gestures to herself. Everything is going according to plan. I am so close. Look, probably you shouldn't look. It's hideous. It's not finished yet, but it will be. I'm so close. There's so little of it left.
What is?
This gross, squishy, pointless flesh. Everyone nods with a little bit of weird understanding that they're uncomfortable with.
But at the expense of what?
What do you mean?
Everyone in the town has been killed or chased out and doesn't have homes anymore. You're alone here.
Why would I care about them anyway, right? They're just weak, useless, fleshy lumps. They've never been my friends. These were my friends.
I think they care about you more than you think they do.
I'm gonna roll for Tixie having an existential crisis.
Very concerned.
Holy
They sent us in to check on you.
Not technically wrong.
Where's the lie?
Boy, I was not prepared for it to go this direction.
You've met us, right?
Yes, I have.
I gave your pirate queen an existential crisis too. You're welcome.
This is not the first time you have ended a fight with, empathy and understanding.
Yeah, we'll call it that.
Let's go with that.
Yeah, I'm assuming that while this is happening, everyone else is just creeping slowly up behind her.
Oh no, I'm back. It was like, oh, is this...
Can I cast prestidigitation on her to clean up the poison ink?
I don't think that removes the conditions.
It won't remove the condition, but you could... I will say that you could prestidigitation to remove some of the smell. It won't remove the condition from her. That's going to take like a restoration or something like that. But if you want to just make it smell like flowers instead of space funk...
It's really strong flowers.
It's a cool new genre called space funk.
Yeah, stay tuned for our new band, Space Funk.
Flub.
Every Monday, 20 minutes before Spelljammer. Oh my god.
It's just the Cantina band.
I mean, it's Jack Flapjack.
I mean, it's Christy with a kazoo.
Yes.
Get on that, Christy.
Okay. We are
Sorry,
technically
I'm
still at initiative. She has been suggested and is under the condition of the station. So I will... we can continue free action conversing sort of between things, but I will say it has moved. Stuart, it is your turn, so if you would like to prestidigitate, if you want to do something more aggressive, feel free, but...
Well, I would cast prestidigitation hoping that it would remove the poison condition from us, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. Do I just prestidigitation in my nose?
Yeah, I don't...
It's Vic's Vapo Rub
Yeah,
under your nose like a homicide detective.
I'm,
They're not in the academy.
I am fully okay with it not doing
Yeah,
it.
I don't think it's gonna... I'm just like going
It's a
through the
cantrip,
mechanics things.
yeah.
I don't think it's gonna actually remove the thing, but it does at least make it smell tolerable in the room.
Yeah, it's weird because your thought is like, oh, like squid ink, that would work. And then it's like,
Yeah.
It's mostly balancing the levels of effects.
And then I will, that's my action. I will bonus action disengage, and then I will move to a corner, away from the stink.
Yeah.
I think you mean stank, but I like that you said skank.
I said Stink.
I thought he said
Stank.
Stink.
I heard skank.
Stank. S-T-A-N-K. Stank.
That's also what we say about funk. It's stanky.
Good lord. I thought this was going to be a short episode. Now we got to go to therapy again. Bang, bang. Okay. All right. Anything else that you would like to do? You are
Nope.
you are no longer under the poison condition.
Oh,
and
the
it-
prestidigitation worked. Oh, thank God.
Cool. It is her turn. She is still suggested, so she cannot fight.
It's the flump, though. What is the flump?
I will say that you see that thing in your chest kind of like pulse again, and the like fuzz sort of returns. It seems like it's just an kind of like an automatic thing that happens. It just sort of happens, and she's still looking, and she's just she's a little bit dumbfounded with what you have presented her with. As she's just like, I don't. Why would they care about me? No one's ever cared about me before. They certainly don't now, and my work is clearly far more important than anything they're doing. I mean, what are they? They're digging up rocks. That's all we do. That's all we do down here. We spend our whole lives. We just you get old enough to work, and then you go work in the mines, and then you work there until you die, and all you've done is just dug up rocks. We live in rocks. Everything is just rocks.
Well, but where did you get the metal to build that?
I smelted it.
From the
Did you
rock.
not
From-
see the forge down
But yeah, but people
from the
collected
rocks.
that.
Her
Rocks.
eye is twitching like out of control as you continue to present her with this. It is the beginning of the order, so it is the new order.
Ooh, did I heal on the beginning of my turn?
The new.
You did.
What's the? Is it flump? What's it do? Is it chilling or is it?
It hasn't gotten to its turn yet. It's her
Oh.
turn. The flump goes
Yeah.
after her.
Okay, I didn't
Chill
know that.
down.
The flump
Sorry, I
is
didn't
the
know.
little one.
So
Yeah.
Tixie, Flump, Hyacinth just rolled.
Okay.
Is rolling in.
Wait until my turn to speak with her, or may I speak?
I'm kind of letting the talking happen between. I'm just making sure that we continue in the narrative order. If people want to take actions and things like that. I'm gonna say the Flump. Now that the immediate like swinging swords and lightning bolts have gone away, the Flump has kind of just like nuzzled up under kind of like your armpit and is just kind of like trying to be one with the stars that are swirling around.
Oh, baby.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. This is really weird. I don't know if I like it. So many voices for all the telepathic creatures.
Isn't it fun?
No! You can make a cheat sheet now. We have kind of gotten around to Devon's turn if you want to take any actions currently.
Holding, keeping the shield up, but
Risha, do you want to do anything?
I'm going to ready an action to whack her with a stick if she starts getting real aggressive again, but I'm going to wait on that and just be like, it doesn't have to be an either or. You can work on your project and still let people be here.
No. People just get in the way. They're always just in the way. Tixie, don't do that. Tixie, that's a bad idea. Tixie, that's wrong. Tixie, that's unacceptable. Tixie, that's gross.
Did you ever think that they do that because they care about you and they don't want you to get hurt?
If they care about me, why are they trying to stop me from achieving my life's ambition?
Because they don't want you to get hurt. And what you're doing looks awfully painful.
It's not hurting anyone else, or at least it wasn't until they tried to stop me.
No, but it's hurting you and they care about you.
As you are talking, you do see some movement, and you see at the bottom of the steps,
Another flump.
Hyacinth. No, I just don't. I can use the spooter if you prefer. I did not.
Spooter!
Great. Hyacinth the spooter.
That is always the correct answer, Alondra.
To be fair, this does actually correctly fit. You see Hyacinth appear at the bottom of the ladder. Hyacinth, who is normally bunny-sized. Hyacinth is the size of like a Great Dane right now.
Like
Like a bunny Great Dane?
Like Hyacinth is a bunny. Like it's just a normal bunny, but is like the size of a Great Dane.
my
at
God,
the
you
moment.
can
It is
cuddle
a
that
huge
so
bunny.
I would like
Oh
look
my
down as I
God.
catch movement down there and go, holy shit.
Yes. Hyacinth looks up, does not give you big toothy grin, just kind of gives you like concerned eyebrow.
Look at him, then look at Tixie like,
It's Night of the Lupus in here.
Cool. That was Hyacinth's turn, was getting into position, ready to help if needed. Sloan.
Okay.
we keep hitting on all of Sloane's like worst nightmares.
Somehow
With gambling and now a cyborg.
Cal managed to create a character that is just perpetually re-traumatized by every module without knowing any of the content. I'm so sorry.
No, please don't apologize.
Just slowly pull out a potion, just sip it. I'm sorry, I'm looking at yourself.
Put a little straw in it.
I am
It's your
fine.
juice
I don't know
box.
what you're talking about. I am
Okay,
fine.
I'm fine too then.
I am going to
We're all fine.
slowly walk up to Tixie
Okay.
and just get in a and sort of like show her my hand with the opal on it.
See, you understand. Isn't it better?
I understand that it is helpful, but the reason it exists for me is to help the people that care about me. And right now, you're not using it that way. The reason all of this is the way that it is because of you. You've made the lives of everyone who lives here better. And now you're destroying your work. You're ruining it.
Everybody give me a persuasion check. Everybody rolls with advantage.
2 11s.
At least you don't have to feel bad about choices.
Well,
So,
11.
11?
Dirty 20.
12.
16.
Dirty 20.
Do we want to, before she tells us how things go, do we want to use bits to boost any of them?
I think we're okay.
You want to fight?
I really don't.
Can I use bits to reduce one of your dirty?
No, I really don't. I have an early call time tomorrow. I want to go sleep.
Can I use side boosted knack to increase it by a d6?
If you want?
Will anyone second me adding
Yes.
a d6?
If you want to add a d6, I am down for it.
Sorry.
Okay, so 25.
Okay.
It just lives
Just
there
mine.
now.
Just out of
Yes.
curiosity.
It's fine.
I was like, if I can't
Beautiful.
see it, I'll lean.
That is an 18.
18.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
This d6, you are absolutely correct, Cheryl.
that's
This is a
what I
great
said.
d6.
D6.
We found the blessed die of the night.
It's rolled like 3 6s.
Tixie looks around at all of you as you say this stuff to her, and you see you just, it's that moment when you just know it's over, as you just see that little shift, that little drop in her shoulders as she sort of looks down. She doesn't even say anything really. She sort of starts to mumble a little bit to herself in Terran. So you're sort of able to like pick up what it is. You can't really tell what she's saying, but just like a little bit of muttering. And it's that moment when you kind of see somebody just snap, not in the crazy way, but in that way of realizing that they don't know what they're doing anymore. And she just sort of stops where she is. Effectively, this is over. You have deactivated everything else out there, and the only thing that is going to the only person left who is going to try to do anything is Tixie, who is right here in this moment, who looks like she is not able anymore to take any action against you. She's too much in her own head at this point, and to be perfectly honest, you're not sure how much of her is gonna get back out of there with this revelation.
I feel like a group
do what
hug
we
is somehow
I
appropriate.
was gonna say,
I would like to hug the safe.
I will take
Is
us
that
out
your
of...
word for looting?
Maybe.
I don't know.
We don't loot, we just relocate items.
We
There's
pillage.
a lot of
It's a
empathy
business.
here, right? Because this is someone who's, I don't know, at least for Devon, who's like found herself
Yeah.
completely out of place.
Yeah, Devon, you do have that moment where it's like, you definitely don't approve of like how she handled this situation, but you understand a little bit at least maybe how she got to this point. You have also had those experiences of being so far removed from what you wanted the most.
And they just chased me out of their dumpsters.
Every single time.
I really relate.
Oh,
Especially
man.
the smell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's but yeah.
No, I'll
we
go
are-
up and give a hug.
Okay. Yeah, you go give her. She doesn't really respond, but she allows it to happen. There isn't any sense of trying to fight or react or anything. And off in the distance, you all hear a sound. It's distant, it's quiet, but you hear sounds of footsteps starting to approach. Because as we reach this very dramatic moment, we did just get a raid from Casters and Castles.
Welcome.
I would like to go intercept.
Yeah, you slide past the hug, you slide past everything, slip down the ladder, you see this massive bunny rabbit sitting at the foot of there who like immediately just
Hyacin.
looks at you like, do I need to do a
No,
thing?
you're fine.
Just gonna use
Good job, buddy. Scratch, scratch, scratch.
as you head out to the front area of things, you see a small group of like the gnomish militia, and Priscilla is with them, the mayor is with them, whatever. They just full stop and are just like, okay.
good. We got about
They're
8
standing
hours.
at the ready. Got 8 hours.
I suggested that she chill out a little bit.
Right. Okay. We're here if you need additional hands for anything. Yeah.
I want to guide her down the stairs, and I want to see if in this workshop I can remove the shield arm and the sword arm and cobble together some kind of
Oh, there's some hands over there.
prosthesis
There's-
for her with the
There's two
with the
sets of
remnants of the
The defenders,
and
and
the watchers and everything that's there. I want to try to see if I can remove those shield and sword and cobble together some arms for her, if she will let me.
At this point, she is sort of just like she's almost not fully like catatonic, but just like she's kind of non-responsive, but she will let herself be guided. She's clearly processing this. So yeah, you can take her down, you sit her down in the workshop, you start looking around. She has a very well appointed workshop. Like there are tools and parts here that you at least metaphorically might give an arm for or a leg for, given the circumstances.
Damn it.
You're not sure if you actually would anymore.
Yeah.
But you might have used that phrase if you'd seen this beforehand.
Yeah.
And you start kind of like looking together. It's gonna be a project.
Yeah.
Like this is surgery essentially. Because as you kind of look, do you talk to her at all?
Yeah, I'm in the way that a good doctor would talk to you about what they're doing and ask for your consent and like try to like, okay, and now I'm going to remove the arm and I'm gonna touch you here and like in that way, like just ambiently talking to her, and you have beautiful workshop and I like the way that you've set this up, and just try to like
Give
stay
me,
with her.
I think it's a charisma check, maybe like a persuasion or something, but I'm going to let you use your int modifier.
Okay.
Okay. Out of the box.
Okay. 21.
Yeah, because this is kind of a persuasion, but it you know what you're talking about, and you're connecting with her on a level that she knows. And as you start kind of doing this, initially you're not getting resistance, but you're not really getting response. And as you sort of start to do this for a few minutes, she just kind of starts talking, maybe not fully cognitively to you, but just kind of starts narrating through like how she did this. And talking about like the process of essentially replacing parts of her like mortal body with these mechanical pieces, and like really it's still distant, it's very removed, it's a little disturbing to see how disconnected from reality she has become, but you start to piece together this story of how much she wanted to be like these creations and how much better she felt like that was going to be, to become something mechanical, something that didn't have to hurt, something that didn't have to feel, something that could just function. You don't get a lot of context. You do not, there is not really any way at this point to understand what got her to that point, but you start to kind of see what happened and how she got to here. What are the rest of you doing as Sloan kind of takes on this project?
Liberating some shiny things.
Yeah, you guys start raiding through. In addition to the stuff that you found in the safe and were able to identify. Let me double check. What else?
The amethyst worth 100 gold pieces. One zircon ring worth 60 gold pieces. And the onyx box, I think, was
250.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Good
say,
memory.
at least within this workshop area, you can definitely find some tools, some books, some things that in sum total you can probably get another 500 GP for. You can just kind of collect. You can kind of identify these probably have some value at the library. These tools, it's nothing crazy in here specifically, but there's definitely some other stuff about.
Mm-hmm.
If we were to extrapolate and pretend that we sold all of this stuff, how much would we all just get in gold pieces?
So that's
500, 250.
1,000.
Why'd you bring math into this?
Hold on, I
Do
just.
we all get 200 gold pieces? Is what I'm asking.
1,150.
I'm wondering if the
1150 total.
zircon rings.
That's 230 a piece.
230 a piece. Great. I was like,
Just
somebody.
add
I was
that?
like, normally I do this math in the after dark.
I'm wondering if the zircon ring is something we made.
Do we want to just go ahead and add 230?
Give me a history check.
Oh.
Assist.
Do you want to?
Assist.
Okay.
Assist.
No, Sloan, I need you to make this check. But Gemma, you can absolutely
assist. I'm assisting you.
You're assisting
Help
me?
action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Advantage.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Now that you actually get a chance, I think probably Gemma brings this downstairs and is like, hey, this looks really familiar, and hands it to you, and you look at it. You two didn't make it. Your master did. You find the maker's mark on it.
Okay, I want to keep that.
I was going to say, so you're not selling that.
That's mine. Everybody can have everything else.
Okay, that takes us down to 1050.
This is a 1050 split 4 ways now. Yeah, you
You
found
divided 5 ways.
Okay.
We'll still split.
Okay.
We'll still split with them. So 210 each.
you spend some time. After a little bit of time, you guys have kind of cleared the space. Doesn't seem to be any more.
Devon's
immediate
going to be
threats.
sticking with Tixie and trying to help.
Yeah.
Just so.
No, yeah, that's
I think as we hit the 8-hour mark too, just
Yeah.
letting everyone know that it's coming up.
I'm definitely examining this gem in the center of her chest and trying to determine what parts of her are affecting this essentially making her go mad. causing that kind of split and trying to see how much I can remove and replace feasibly without harming her.
Sure. I am looking for a specific piece of information that I know is in here, but I don't remember where it is.
It's okay.
I don't think a part on her made her go mad. I think it was the expectation of what she thought was going to come to be, yeah.
I'm just wondering if like it's how like, you know, is it because she's done so much to herself already, or like what was the breaking point? I think is what I'm trying to determine, but I don't know if I'll be able to.
As you are working kind of on
Roll therapy.
yeah, well, it's like because she kind of starts talking, and again, it's almost kind of just stream of consciousness. You're not even sure if she's super even aware that you guys are there. What you do start to pick up on, because she's repeating herself a lot, she's backtracking, you hear the same over the course of these several hours, and I'm going to assume that you probably interface with like Priscilla and the mayor, and sort of you go around, you find all the disabled stuff and yeet it into the magma, so you don't have to worry about it. Like,
Yeah, that's it.
That one's ours.
Yeah.
that's-
Oh yeah. No. At some point, Gemma is like, you do find the little like wobbly, and you're just like, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
You carry that back in and drop.
Yeah, Rich is
drop
feeling
the
real useless with the emotional stuff and the mechanical stuff, so they'll go and help you eat. automaton.
Yeah. You just start chucking stuff into the magma. It takes some time, but you start to piece together that what seems to... You don't know why it was the break point. You don't know the exactitude of it, but you start to piece together that these changes and this application of, fusing the mechanics into her body was something that she was already starting to experiment with, and the mayor and the other members of the militia and everything told her to stop. In her telling of it, it's, and then they tried to stop me, and then they were trying to interfere with my work, that sort of language. You get the impression that maybe you guys were onto something, that they were seeing the danger here. And then at one point, she finally mentions that they tried to shut off the workshop. And as best you can kind of parse from this very disjointed retelling, it seems like that was kind of the break point, was they came in to shut down the workshop, close it down, remove everything so that she couldn't continue to do this. And that was the moment when she essentially, in her own perverted sense of self-defense, reprogrammed everything. It's not great. There's nothing about this that seems like it was a good situation for anyone involved, but you at least have a sense of kind of seeing what got to that point. As you're approaching the 8-hour mark, what is the course? Give me let's do a roll to see how much you're able to kind of do in this time.
Definitely focusing on like any kind of weapon, like the sword.
I could technically help for 10 minutes.
What do you mean help for 10 minutes?
I mean, I can become proficient with your tools for 10 minutes twice.
Oh, okay.
I'll let that be like a help action.
Yeah. And then if I screw up, I can use my D6 to bump it up a little bit.
Let's do like a kind of like a tool proficiency sort of roll. I'm trying to remember how we've done this before for like Tinker's tools plus proficiency sort of thing. Just see.
I think so.
I think that's a thing we've done before. I love tool proficiencies and things, and there's not a whole lot of good set mechanics.
Oh no, I can use this, so I can do it 3 times. You get half an hour of help.
Wow. Let's do it.
Would it be Dex or Int plus proficiency?
Which do you want?
Int, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. And then do I get advantage from...
You can have advantage because you are having time to process this, and you're getting assistance from Devon.
Thanks.
So yeah.
You're welcome.
Neither of those were good at all.
Okay.
7 is highest.
You are able to, I'll say you are able to, like, deactivate and essentially detach at the elbow, the sword arm. It's way more complex than you thought. Like, as you start digging into it, you're like, oh, she is extremely good at this in a wild sort of way. You're learning a lot in the process of this. But that's about as far as you're able to get in that time frame when Gemma kind of comes in and is like, hey, everybody, we're getting close. We got like half an hour left. What do you all want to do? You have, at this point, like, the mayor and the militia, they have started moving in. You have assistants. Priscilla is there. Hyacinth has been just, like, sitting in the corner of the workshop the whole time that you're working. Not being in the way, but just very present. Like you get the impression that, like, if anything goes wrong, he is going to do something that you probably are not going to want to see. He's just there.
What would you roll for? Like would medicine for, like, a therapy sort of session? Just try to help as much as possible before she comes out of it?
Pet this flump for a while.
Oh, is that flump still here?
No, the flump, when your shield of faith dissipated, the flump also dissipated.
Okay.
He is, bye, I guess.
No.
Sort of like,
Or insight? Would that help? And I could set up the psychic link to see if that
Human.
No.
if that helps facilitate.
There is actual psychotherapy in Delta Green.
but this isn't Delta Green.
No,
Correct.
I just couldn't remember.
No, yeah. Let's. Ooh.
I'll even not roll a cursed dice for
No,
it.
let's.
That's a lie. I'm gonna roll a cursed dice.
You're always all your dice are cursed, Nick. Let's do it as a medicine check, just for lack of a better.
Because
Okay.
I was gonna say
So-
because I'm doing some talking too. I
No,
wanted to.
you can give a help action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be a 14. You know what? I'm gonna use a non-cursed dice.
Thank you.
Okay, there we go. So that would be a 22.
22. By the time you get toward the end of this, you feel like there is progress being made. This is a person who is very far gone. So you're not gonna solve this in this 8 hours.
No, but
I'm
it's
just
the-
gonna. But you feel like there is a path to this not just being a fully lost cause.
Yeah,
there is something left of this person that might be
I mean, I would think
salvageable.
if I could explain like my situation to her and be like, hey, look, it's been desperate, but I've been making progress. I didn't have anyone.
Yeah.
There's basically there is hope.
Yeah.
And as long as there's hope.
By the time you get to this warning point, you both feel like you have gotten through on a level of like there may be a way to bring her back. It's going to be long, it's going to be hard, she's never going to be what she was, but you don't feel like she's a totally lost cause.
I would like to just ask, like, and I'll let you rule on this, but in the last, like, hour or so, just, like remove a hair of the spell at a time just kind of help ease into it, too.
I will absolutely
I like
allow that,
that.
where you sort of gradually start to withdraw it before it fully just pops.
Let her slowly rise to the surface.
That's really
I'm ready with the shield!
So she doesn't get the bends.
Okay.
That hair goes back.
What is it that you want to do? Knowing that this spell will end, she is going to have that, like even if you're removing it gradually, which I will allow to lessen it, she is still going to have an immediate visceral reaction to essentially, like, I was under a controlled spell. Which might be violence, might be catatonia, might just be relief. You don't have any way of knowing at this point. What do you want to do with her, knowing that, like, you can't really just stay here for another 20 years trying to, like, pull her back from the brink.
I mean, Sloan is not gonna even pay attention to
you're
the
not.
spell. Like, Sloan is very in this with her.
Yeah.
Not stepping back. They're in her presence, still working on her.
You're gonna go up to the wire.
Yeah,
And that's fine.
and I'm not gonna stop. Honestly,
I think that if we can convince her that there is even a sliver of hope, if we can convince the mayor to come in and be like, we will do our best to help you and show that there's going to be some compassion.
I'm also wondering if
that's
like
the
if
best.
there is a resource in Priscilla that maybe is like we remove her from this situation entirely. We find a place where
Yeah,
it's healthier for her
she could work
and
for
healthier
Count
for
Hyacinth.
everyone here.
Or go somewhere else to get the mind healing that she really needs.
Again, you're doing this for like a full 8 hours. There is loads of time. You bring this up to Priscilla and the mayor. The mayor is like very like. I hear where you're coming from. It would be great to have the old Tixie back. I don't like. So many people died. I don't know how well I'm gonna be able to convince the town to be okay with that. I don't want to just throw her into the magma or something. Clearly, there's something that happened here, but like I don't know.
That's not going to happen. She's not going to be the old Tixie again. You just need to dispose of that idea right now.
I know, but I mean, I get it. I'm saying I don't know if I can make them get it. Their families were murdered by her and her creations. I don't think she can stay here. At least not. Maybe she can come back, but I don't think she can stay here. Priscilla will kind of participate in this conversation and then just be like, you got another 4 hours, right? I'll be back. And you watch Priscilla, like, take 2 steps forward and step through space. Like, you essentially see the plane part, and she steps into a space that you can't even recognize, and it closes behind.
God, she's great.
Do you think she would teach us how to do that?
I
'Cause
hope
that's
so.
Really?
I'm just imagining if Devon
Interesting.
saw that, you just hear the trot, 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 and then dive as it disappears. Just slide on his
Face
face. Yeah.
Unfortunately, you're very inside.
No, very
of that
focused on other things.
About 2 hours later, she returns, not alone. She has with her
Another rabbit?
Ignis.
a high elven man, very tall. Like, she's already pretty tall. She's an elf lady. He is significantly taller than her, long pointed ears, very similar white blonde hair that hangs just like perfectly, down in this like perfect braid that goes all the way down his back. Wearing just like the most stereotypical wizard robes, like almost to the point where you're like, did he dress up
As a
for
wizard.
this to be like to give off this vibe?
He might have done.
Everything is perfectly in place. And they just come in and he doesn't really say much of anything. He just sort of like looks around, nods and goes, yes, where is she? She's being taken care of at the moment?
She's inside.
Yes, and some of your people are with her?
A couple of, yeah.
Right, and how much longer do we have?
2 hours?
About 2 hours.
Right, would you like me to take her now or would you like me to wait?
They're doing some work in there.
Right.
You're welcome to step in and see what's going on. And
I'll observe from out here. And you see he like rolls back his sleeve and a ferret like spirals out like off his arm like and just goes like skittering off
Good
into
baby.
room. And you see his eyes go like fully white. He pretty much stays like that for those of you who are outside. Like he just kind of like hangs out. You guys inside don't even notice particularly that there is now this like little ferret like chilling over with Hyacinth. Just watching
Is it sitting
everything.
between Hyacinth's ears?
Pretty much. Hyacinth is still in big bunny mode, so it's just like this little ferret sitting on him. And as it gets to like those last 10 minutes of the spell, the ferret leaves. Anybody who's waiting outside. The man's eyes return normal, and he heads inside. He comes up, and he just puts one hand very gently on your shoulder, Sloan.
What? Just like not even looking.
Yeah, he says, you have done excellent work, and I think it is time for me to take it from here.
She doesn't have an arm. She needs an arm.
I will get her one. And I will make sure that you are updated on her progress. But now, you need to take care of yourself. Have you eaten? Have you had a health potion? Have you taken a nap?
I feel like that one of those Instagram. Drink water, bitch. No, I haven't, and I can't, and I don't.
He reaches over with both hands and just puts his hands very gently on top of yours and sort of like lifts them off, just like breaking that cycle of everything, and just goes, "You have done excellent work, but you can't help anyone if you're not taking care of yourself, Ms. Sidran." Apologies, Mix. It's been a long time. I will keep you updated on her progress, and she will be taken care of to the best of our abilities. But this is not good for you anymore. Thank you for your work.
Okay.
He steps around to the front of you and sort of gently reaches out to Tixie, almost like a hug, like offering for a hug.
I want to try to catch her eyes before she goes.
She just, like, the barest flicker glances up at you.
I'll be around.
Okay. And he reaches out for the place where you have removed the sword and sort of the shield, and just like reaching for her hands. And as soon as he clasps on, they vanish. A few moments after that, you see Priscilla just kind of walks and looks around and says, "Oh, did he leave without saying goodbye? That's so typical of him. All right. Well, sure I'll be hearing about this later. Oh God, you both oh, nope, all right." And she reaches into, like, cargo pants side pockets and hands you both, like, basically it's like cans of health potion, like, "Please drink this. We're gonna go. Everybody's gonna go. All right. Load up, everyone. We're leaving right now."
Yes, Mom.
She takes you outside. This is not the instant teleport that you are used to with her and with the Golden Vault. This is, you see her reach into her pocket and pull out a card case. You've seen this before. It's where she pulls her business cards out of. She takes this card case and she chucks it over the side into the magma. And holds her hands up and pulls open a portal. And you see on the other side a forest, a somewhat familiar forest. It looks like the forest outside of Arkenheim. And she sort of waves and goes, "Let's do this the easy way. I think we're going to have a lot to discuss."
Seems likely.
After you.
Reach is sticking very close to Sloan.
I'm just like, with my can of healing potion.
As the rest of you walk by, she hands the rest of you these
Thank you.
These if you want them to be alcoholic, they will be, but I don't know where everyone's at right now.
Same.
As she waves you all through, and you return
Just like that.
to your hometown. She closes the portal behind you, takes a deep breath, and goes, "Right. We're going to have to talk, but I think now's not the time. Drinks on Dave?
Drinks on Dave. On Dave?
Would you like him on Dave? He's very down for whatever we
Okay,
ask."
yeah.
And you all head home, knowing that there's going to be a lot to unpack. And that is where we're going to close tonight's episode. That went so much longer than I intended. I'm sorry, but I couldn't just leave it on.
It
couldn't.
is exactly 10 p.m. right now.
Couldn't just
Well done.
Thank you all for playing this chapter of Keys from the Golden Vault. That was one of the 2 level 5 modules. I think it got a lot more emotionally traumatizing than the way it's written, and we'll unpack that for a few minutes in the After Dark, I am sure. Thank you all for watching and being with us. I'm gonna do a speed run of some schedule stuff coming out, because it's gonna be different for the rest of the month. First of all, tomorrow we do have the last interlude of the Redacted Reports for Season 5. If you are listening to the Redacted Reports, please go to our socials, go back a couple posts, and submit your questions and comments, because we are also going to have a live talkback here on this channel on Wednesday the 24th, and we would love to answer your questions, respond to your comments, tell you about what it's like podcasting, any of those kinds of things. Next Monday, we've got more Spelljammer in all the places Spelljammer can be found. Things are ramping up. There was a wild heist in Spelljammer this last week, so if you haven't caught that episode, catch it. Next week, we will not be running a new Keys from the Golden Vault. We will probably be rerunning an episode or something, or maybe it'll just be quiet, as unfortunately, I have another commitment and cannot be here live and in person. But before we get to that point, everything is out of order. I forgot to rearrange my order on this prompt. This Saturday, May 20th at 2 p.m. on this Twitch channel, we will be running an Arena of the 5Es. Tiana is GMing. We've got a wild cast of new and old faces and a crazy magical girl theme. You don't want to miss it, so tune in for that. Moving forward, Spelljammer is going to continue on Mondays, but on May 30th, at the end of the month, we're also not going to have Keys from the Golden Vault, because our own James Aaron O is running a one-shot, so tune in for that. As we get closer, we'll give a little more information, but it's going to be glorious.
Wild.
And then, of course, in June, we're going to be off, because I am ceding the DM chair to our own Tiana Wren Hansen for a amazing 4-episode miniseries of Thirsty Sword Lesbians. Please tune in for that. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be wildly different, and I'm very excited for it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Leave comments on our YouTube. Watch our YouTube. Recommend our YouTube to people. Please go hang out on our YouTube. There is such cool content that we are creating and more stuff in the hopper. So please check it out and let us know how you like what we're doing. And I think that's me talking enough for an out. So we're going to say good night, everybody. Thank you so much.
And thank you, Alondra.
Thank you.
Gross! Sneaking in. Good night, everyone, and we will see you all next time.